Welcome back to Battlefield 2042. In this video, I want to talk to you about how they have... I don't even know if they've done it purposely. I don't know if this has been someone in-house posting this stuff on Twitter. But they have insulted the entire player base. Even if it was a bot they created to post things, they've insulted everyone. And just quickly before we jump into this video... If you are not subscribed to the channel, make sure you turn notifications on. We are going for 100,000 subscribers this year, and the support has been fantastic recently, so a massive thank you to everyone that has supported the channel. Also, if you would like to support me even further, head to the description, check out the links. We have Buy Me a Coffee, merch, Patreon, all that good stuff, and let's jump into it. So, there's been a lot of talk around Battlefield 2042. And I mean a lot of talk. The biggest one, or one of the biggest ones, is Steam issuing refunds. Then you've had the game being incredibly broken. You've had the fact that it's sitting at around 6,000 concurrent players on Steam. Battlefield 5's overtaken. There's so much talk and controversy. The subreddit almost got closed down due to quote-unquote toxicity, which I personally believe was some form of damage control. They wanted to try and stop a bit of the negativity. But other than that, they've been pretty much radio silent. They haven't said anything. There's been a couple of, separate developers saying, oh, we're back in-house, we're working on the game again, so on and so forth. But on the official Battlefield Twitter, on the 10th of January, they posted how to play Conquest in Battlefield 2042. Gain and hold sectors. The fight continues until one side runs out of reinforcements. Eyes on the prize, people. Read more tips and tricks here. They put out a full-on article about tips and tricks based on how to play Conquest. Conquest has been a huge game mode for the franchise for many, many years. And the only people that are really sticking around with this game are the hardcore fans for Battlefield. New players are coming in, they're seeing how bad it is and all of the negativity towards it, and they're leaving. It's the true die-hard Battlefield fans that are sticking around with this game. And it really doesn't help in... if you look at Battlefield 2042 from a neutral point of view, players will enjoy it, yes, but at the same time, players will be against it because it's so broken. There's nothing wrong with enjoying a broken game, but at the same time, you can't defend what is broken. You just can't do it. Even if you are enjoying it, you still have to be able to see that something is broken. If you go into a restaurant and you're served mouldy food, you might still enjoy that mouldy food, but you're gonna have a dodgy fucking stomach for a long time after eating it. And the top comment on this thread says, gonna say this once loud and clear for the people in the back to also get a shot of poking fun at me. I am still enjoying Battlefield 2042 and remain excited for what's to come. I will also be here years down the line when people go from hating it to loving it like Battlefield 5. That's fair enough, you have your opinion, you're enjoying the game, that's fantastic. But you can't shout from the rooftop saying, I love this game's fantastic, when it's broken. There are so many people, you've put this out knowing full well people are going to take a shot at poking fun at you. So there's people that have mixed opinions, and as I said, absolutely nothing wrong with the fact that this player is enjoying the game. Everyone's entitled to their own opinions, their own views, they have their own taste, and they have their own experiences. But I think it's just a way of creating conversation, and I don't even know. There are so many people that know how broken this game is, yet there's people like this that say, I know the game's broken, but I'm still enjoying it. And that enables the companies to sit on their asses and do nothing about the bugs and stuff in the game. As I said, they've been really quiet on the whole situation. And then someone says here, and they got a lot of likes, 579 of them. Imagine explaining Conquest to a player base that has played the game mode since 1942 released. And let's have a look at the release date for Battlefield 1942. 10th of September 2002. So almost 20 years. And this is what they're posting. Someone says, what is the point of this tweet? I'm one of the few who actually found things to enjoy about 2042, but this is the second or third time I've seen these tutorials from the game posted here months after release. Who is this for? I still think this is not clear enough, at least looking at the lobbies I'm in. Players have no idea how to play objectives or what the objective is. You either get steamrolled or annihilate the other team. All I see is players hiding miles away. If this Season 1 update doesn't come with hella content, bug fixes, optimization fixes, everything that should have been in the game since day one, especially the ones that bought the Ultimate Edition, me, if this isn't the God fix, I literally want my money back for real. And then someone has even put a game in this thread. It's time to play the Wheel of Incompetence. Wheel dice. A. Pretend everything is fine. B. Blame the players. C. Steal from the players. D. Fire staff. E. Shut the game down. F. Buy more positive coverage. G. Whine about being sad. Alright everyone, let's spin that wheel. So personally, if I was to pick one, A. They're going to pretend everything is fine. They always do, always have, and they always will. B. Blame the players. They've already done that on the subreddit. C. Steal from players. They did that with all the pre-orders and people purchasing the game. D. Fire staff. I don't know if it was firing staff, but there was staff that did leave straight after the game released. E. Shut the game down. I don't think so, purely because the specialists and all of the monetization foundations they have set up in the game, I don't think they want to get rid of it. F. Buy more positive coverage. I mean, you have EA Game Changers and lots of different content creators that get involved with that positive coverage. And then G. Whine about being sad. That's tied into blaming the players for me because of the subreddit situation. So there is technically an answer for every single one of them, but if I was to answer it in terms of spinning the wheel, I reckon it's landing on A. They're going to pretend everything is fine. Someone here says, game is awesome, needs some fixing as you already know, and for sure needs some features, scoreboard etc. added. Some maps with better cover and less open space would be nice in the future. So game is awesome, but it needs fixing and needs extra features. So how awesome can it really be? That's the one thing people keep saying in all different games that baffles me. I don't understand the concept behind it. This game is awesome, but I know it needs fixing. This game is awesome, but I know it needs more features. To me, I think that's just... It seems as though the person's wanting to be positive about the game and be optimistic, but they know that this game, like deep down, they know that the game is bad. So I really don't know. But someone says you should have just stayed with Battlefield 5 and updated it further with content on the Eastern Front is 10 times better graphically and gameplay wise. I loved BF5 and still do with all its flaws and historical inaccuracies. It's a pity you dropped it for this. I think they just wanted to move on. They abandoned BF5, missing a load of content that I believe they had planned for it. They moved on to the creation of 2042, and I think they did it because Battlefield 5 wasn't making a lot of money, so they needed to make a new game in order to bring in that revenue. And a lot of players for years and years after Battlefield 1 and then Battlefield 5 wanted the modern war sort of setting for the game. So I believe they just got the developers to chuck together whatever they could in a short amount of time and release what is 2042. They made no single player campaign, Hazard Zone is bare bones, Portal is missing a lot of features that I feel it should have. When I say that I mean it's not got Battlefield 4, the games that are in there only have 2 maps each, there's a small selection of featured modes, so on and so forth. And then All Out Warfare absolutely sucks. 128 players on the current gen consoles and on PC is not good. It's got performance issues left, right and centre, optimization is dreadful, and the maps are really badly designed. It seems as though they just grabbed a massive open space, chucked some foliage and stuff in there, put a couple of buildings in here and there, added no destruction and go boom, there's your maps. We're going to create 7 of them. Someone even says here, instead of telling us how to be gamers, can we tell you how to be devs? And I'm not 100% sure, I don't think this is the devs. I think this is the higher ups at EA. I don't think they're giving enough resources and enough time to what's actually needed. But we knew all of this was going to happen because they come out, EA come out and they said, way before launch, BF 2042 is going to be more live service than BF5. And look at how quickly BF5 got abandoned. I don't think they're going to abandon 2042. I think they're going to carry on because EA know the potential of how much money they can make with it. So I reckon they're going to chuck half-assed stuff out there that's going to attract the people that don't need as much encouraging. So like the people saying, oh, this game's awesome, but it needs the fixing and stuff going on with it. It's going to attract them players to purchase into the season passes and buy all the specialists and everything. And I reckon they're going to make a lot of money come March and Season 1. I don't know, I've just got this feeling that everyone's going to jump back in thinking it's all good. They'll buy the Season Pass, they'll play the new map, and then boom, it's all going to go downhill all over again. That's how I'm personally seeing how it's going to go. Then there's another one here, and we'll use this one to end the video. Community says, the game is broken, where are the updates? Dice says, but, do you know how to play Conquest? Here's a guide for you. And then me, as a Battlefield vet, bruh, proceeds to uninstall the game asking for a refund. So yeah, they've decided to ignore the community as a whole. They removed Rush, they're keeping the specialists, all that sort of stuff. They haven't bothered saying or doing anything about the subreddit. And then on their Twitter account, and this isn't aimed towards the social media teams, this is aimed towards the people that decide, like, approve the tweets and say, oh, this is a good tweet, or the ones that decide what goes through the bot. I don't know if it's an actual human social media team they have putting these tweets out, or if it is bots. So we'll just say it's not anything against the people or bots that create these posts. It's the fact that they're being approved, and they actually, like, someone has it in their mind that it's a good thing to tell veterans of a franchise that have played the games for 20 years how to play one of the core modes that has been a staple of the franchise. It's an absolute insult, and there is no other way to describe it. But what we're going to do is leave the video there. Hopefully there will be some news soon as to what is happening. And if there is, I will be sure to let you guys know. But that's going to do it for now. Let me know your thoughts and stuff in the comments, and I'll see you in the next video. I hope you guys enjoyed it.